prime forces control the universe, or so the scientists say. The nuclear force at the core of each atom sets the stars on fire. The electron force makes positive and negative, and everything that entails. Then there's gravity, the ultimate force, which defines all space and time. Science says gravity conquers all. Climbers say gravity is a game, and with the right combination of power and mind, gravity can be met head-on by the force of life. This is the game, and these are the players. Pure force on stone.
My name is Chris Sharma. I'm 15 and I've been climbing for 3 years. First year climbing, I probably worked up to about doing 512s, and second year I worked up to 13s, and now I'm up to 514s. I'd like to be really, really good, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to put in that much time. I like it the way it is right now. Just kind of having fun. I don't surf anymore. Climbing's taken over my life. Castle Rock is kind of like my backyard bouldering area. It's just like a whole bunch of beautiful sandstone boulders sticking up in the middle of the forest. And really, it's just as good of a bouldering area as any. I've been to Waco, Fontainebleau, Yosemite.
Yeah, that's it, Chris. Come on, strong. Yes.
I think the most extreme part of climbing is just going for it. Your heart's pounding, your muscles are just pumped out of your mind, fingers are barely hanging on. You gotta keep your mind in check, you gotta keep your mind clear and focused. It's not just a physical thing, it's your mind and your body working together to try to make it to the top.
Radio, they're calling on your telephone. People don't believe in you, others question you. Don't you try to hide, reason to take your life. Condition walking on their way to protect and to but the kill I say. Fugitive live their life on the run, found themselves on the wrong side of the line. Oh, they will how'd you get on their bad side? Babylon is not forever. Do they check innocent lives, distinguish black from white? Run into the news today, Chicago romance here to stay. Why do I live in fear? What is happening here? Do all you ties say, yes we must change our ways, keep the fugitive out of this sketchy situation. Time to find yourself in the wrong place, wrong time. Things are not clear, not to worry. Babylon is not forever, no. Babylon, Babylon, take your vengeance, don't kill him in anger. Don't look me for my opinion, cause just power, you're not trained to respond. Rationally right.
I'm in the zone on a hard red point. I'm just concentrating so hard, trying to hit every move perfectly. I don't notice things around me or how I feel. Just going for it. My favorite types of moves in climbing are just dynamic ones. Just going for it, just throwing my body at the rock as hard as I can go. Just explosive moves. Totally committed to the moves and trying to stick them.
I'm Katie Brown, I'm 15 years old. I've been climbing for about 3 years now, and my growth has been pretty steady, but while I am still improving, every time I go climbing I find something new that I didn't know or I can't do, so I have no way of knowing how far I will go.
younger climbers out there these days they're really cool compared to the other kids that I see at school and stuff. They just are out there to have fun, but they really want to succeed.
Freedom, she says, is her God and her truth. We're only here to do all we can do. With a smile and her pretty face, hiding all of the worthlessness she has embraced.
I think the limits in climbing are basically endless. 20 years back, they never thought there was going to be 513, but now there's 514, and I think that it could just keep going indefinitely until the end of man.
Every morning when I go to the river, I know that I am truly free. Oh, what a true satisfaction, I live in naturally. And if I stray, there is nothing wrong. I will learn what I will learn, stumble wise, never stray for that long. I am firm, strong, I'm a Rasta man. I am firm, strong, I live Rasta. And every night when I go to sleep, I thank Jah for my ability. Living a night away, never fearing my judgment day. Could not settle for nothing less. I refuse to live with selfishness. We in the earth, we can live as one. And I will choose when my kingdom come. I am firm, strong, I'm a Rasta man. Yeah, I am firm, strong, I'm giving thanks that I'm a Rasta man, yeah.
The beauty of a route like Peace is being in Tuolumne Meadows, which is such a great place. I mean, it's so clean and pristine, and it's rope bag free. I mean, anywhere you throw your rope, it's just on granite slabs normally, glacier polished. It's just beautiful. And even on the days in between when you're trying a hard route like Peace, you can go swimming in Tenai Lake and just enjoy the whole place. And also the incredible thing to me is it's on a vertical wall like this where there's thousands of holds. You eventually find a trail, a way to go through it that's so subtle. And in the beginning, you're trying really hard moves, and then eventually it starts to reveal itself to you where you're you're more balancing and quick little bursts of power and crimps. And it's just an aesthetic, beautiful place. The whole wall is like a big amphitheater with black streaks and orange streaks coming down it. And every time after just being up here, as I walk away, I'm totally fulfilled to look around at the mountains and just the quiet and the peace.
Satisfaction, living naturally. And if I stray, well, there is nothing wrong. I will learn what I will learn, stumble wise, never stray for that long. I am firm, strong, I'm a Rastaman. I am firm, strong, I live Rasta.
You've got to balance, you've got to crank at times, and you've got to always keep your focus, because if you sneeze, you'd probably fall off the route. The holes are so small and rounded, and the length of the route, it keeps your concentration going and going, so it's a challenge mentally as well as physically just to stay on the rock for, I mean, it took me maybe 20 minutes to get up it.
Satisfaction, living naturally. And if I stray, well, there is nothing wrong. I will learn what I will learn, stumble wise, never stray for that long. I am firm, strong, I'm a Rastaman.
I'm using 3 plastic bags for each foot. I want to be careful not to make it too tight. I don't want to cut off my circulation. So this is just to keep the water out, just for weight purposes only. This water's so cold, it's direct snow runoff, so I need to wear different layers.
My body wasn't doing too bad. My face was completely numb. Had an ice cream headache that wouldn't go away. And all I could do is just thinking of getting the hell off of this thing. You can't believe the force of the water on your body. It's kind of like standing on the wing of a 747, you know, it's just trying to spit you off. got gravity, you've got your brain fearing for its life because you don't want to fall, you're soloing, trying to breathe, trying to stay warm. There's just a million things going on at once. Getting to the top is the best part because the pain's all over.
I'm Steve Gerberding, I'm 36 years old. I've done 74 El Cap routes, and I'm on the reticent wall here, which is, in my opinion, the hardest route I've done. It's kind of funny because we called it the reticent wall, which means you don't really want to talk about it and you're kind of closed mouth and all that. And here I am on camera spraying about my route, so maybe I should have called it the sprayicent wall or something. On all hard placements, except for maybe hooks, you really want to test them well and find out if the piece is going to blow before you get on it. And I think that's good. You can just hear it getting tight. Bomber. A5 consists of many body weight placements. In other words, you know, pieces that will only take your body weight and will not hold the fall. And it has to be lots and lots of those in a row. You have to be scared or it's probably not A5 either. If you pop a piece on A5, you have a chance of pulling everything all the way to the belay. On this pitch, if I was to pop where I think kind of the crux, you know, section of 30, 40 feet, I think that I would zipper for many, pull out all my pieces, and there aren't really that many in because of all the hooking. And I'm pretty sure I'd hit a ledge. And that's, to me, one of the requirements of A5. It's got to be dangerous. Test nice and low. I don't step way up to test my pieces, because then you'll just shock load the piece you're on. And they're made to bend a little bit. That's what you want. You don't want brittle metal.
I don't think the holds are gonna break myself, you know. I mean, everything's changing around here. The only problem here is that rock, some of the little fingertip edges you have here are a little fragile. I climb pretty light. I'm not pulling real hard on the rock. I just love soloing. I like the feel. It's free feeling. It's high charged. The kind of energy takes over your body that you don't feel with ropes. A lot of people think, you know, you just, with the fear factor and everything, you'd freeze up and not be able to move. And that might happen to some people, but most people, I think, respond in a positive way. They just, when you know you have to do something, you don't think twice about the failure aspect or what's going to happen if you blow it. You just think, you don't think, you do. You just do like you can't believe. You just do. And it happens so easily, it's incredible. I feel a lot more powerful too when I'm soloing. I mean, I feel like I could do 5 one-arms all of a sudden if I wanted to. And that kind of energy is really hard to tap when there's no real risk there, you know. And it happens so easily soloing, it's incredible. I guess that's one of the things I like about it. And just walking up and climbing. You just walk up and climb. That's it. No en belay, hold me here, I'm dogging this section out, blah, what do you do? It's just man on rock.
sail, you ought to get some. You'll be the hardest guy who ever lived. It might kill you, man, you won't even know it. I can feel your best and starting to give. You take the chance, you lose control. The lessons from your past you need to know. Take one more hit of bass, shit is gonna blow up in your face, ripping glass off through your heart. You got a problem, man, you ought to fix it. You think you're getting high, well guess again. Until it's too late, well you won't even know it. You better stop before you hit a dead end. You take the chance, you lose control. The lessons from your past you need to know. Take one more hit of bass, shit is gonna blow up in your face, ripping glass out through your heart.
I came so unbelievably close to doing this route. There's the crux section of it. You have the finishing hold on the crux of it. I was able to stick 5 times, but not well enough to hold it, and ended up, doing the thing with, I don't know, one hang maybe 20 times. Whoa, whoa! I've never failed on something I've worked that hard on before. This route had 20 really powerful moves on it, and I've always considered myself a pretty powerful climber. I was not able to link all of those moves, and I definitely cried, and cried pretty hard when I took my quick draws off the route. It was painful because they've been up there for 2 months, and here I was taking them down, realizing that I had failed. I've accepted the fact that I'm not going to do it. I'm okay with it, and I can move on. So now I have something big time to strive for spring, summer.
Don't slap the root, dude, if you're shaky at the grade.
You put these two fingers in, just feel like they're going to explode, these knuckles. And of course I put tape because I feel like I'm going to just pull the skin right off my bone. Throw me a mile.
Climbing in Indian Creek is on the Wingate Sandstone Formation. It's really hard and compact and much better than most sandstone as far as holding up if you take a long fall on it. There are hundreds of routes, maybe thousands of routes to choose from, and we've only just scratched the surface. If someone was willing to walk a couple of hours uphill, they could spend their lifetime going from buttress to buttress all the way into Canyonlands Park putting up new routes. Ruby's Cafe is hard.
As I ride the hills of Chatsworth, Lodge rocks the tricks on me. Downhill they fight to put me over, fight real hard to humble. Whoa, make me humble. Whoa, make me humble. Whoa, make me humble. Rocks and hills up, so in this canyon I call home with Dune and head and
Carlos Brasco, and I'm climbing here about 10 years ago. And when we began to quad here, there was about 10 routes, and now we have about 400 routes. I think it's one of the best places, sure, in Spain and probably in Europe. The history of Sirana, it's about Mauritians and Christians, and they are fighting about 700 years. Finally, the Christians can climb the cliffs around the castle of Sirana. The queen of the Mauritians, she takes the horse and jump down about 100 meters and leaves the front print of the horse into the rock.
Every man has got the story to tell. Still nothing we can bring granting his illusions just as well. Let him speak. Hour is getting late. Your best defenses, get your back off the wall. Put up your best defenses, it's gonna get crucial. Put up your best defenses, get your back off the wall. Put up your best defenses, it's gonna be brutal. We don't need another hero. From distance. You see, truth can be stranger than fiction when you're living in the last day. Put up your best defenses, get your back off the wall. Put up your best defenses, it's gonna get crucial. Put up your best defenses, get your back off the wall. Put up your best defenses, it's gonna be brutal.
Do what you got to do. Do what you got to say. Do what you got to do. Say what you got to say. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to say. Do what you got to do. Say what you got to say.
don't shock the brotherly love. Don't you take my survival for granted, 'cause your illusion won't disguise my way. Put up your best defenses, get your back off the wall. Put up your best defenses, it's gonna get crucial. Put up your best defenses, get your back off the wall.
Hello, I'm Alexander Hoover. What I'm trying now is this route up there. I don't know the difficulty really well up to now, but I think it might be 8C+, and I will give this first ascent the name if I have done it. So, let's go. I only like climbing in natural routes because it's the only challenge for me in climbing, that you look for problems on the rock and you are forced to solve them. A lot of first ascenders which create routes, which manipulate the rock with Sika or drilling holes or whatever. They don't solve the problem. They don't take the challenge, what the rock gives us. They just change the problem. And then there is no more problem, it's just a gym.
Every morning when I go to the river, I know that I am truly free. Oh, what a true satisfaction. I live in naturally. And if I stray, there is nothing wrong. I will learn what I will learn, stumble wise, never stray for that long. I am firm, strong, I'm a Rasta man. I am firm, strong, I live Rasta. And every night when I go to sleep, I thank Jah for my ability. Living a night away, never fearing my judgment day. Could not settle for nothing less. I refuse to live with selfishness. We in the earth, we can live as one. And I will choose when my kingdom come.